A name that terrified empire's history remembers many conquerors, but only a handful whose very name struck terror across continents. Among them stands Tamerlane, also known as Timur or Timur the Lame, a warrior who rose from the steppes of Central Asia to challenge the greatest powers of the medieval world. He claimed descent from Genghis Khan's legacy, yet forged his own path through unmatched military brilliance, calculated brutality, and grand ambition. This is the full story of Tamerlane, a man who destroyed cities, humbled emperors, and built one of the most dazzling capitals of the medieval age. Birth and early life in the steppes, 1336 to 1360. Timur was born in 1336 near Kesh, modern-day Shahrisabz in Uzbekistan. His family belonged to the Barlas tribe, a Turkic Mongol clan that had once served under the Mongol Empire. By Timur's time, the empire of Genghis Khan had fractured, leaving Central Asia divided among rival khanates, tribal leaders, and warlords. From a young age, Timur learned that survival depended on strength, intelligence, and loyalty, qualities valued above all else in steppe culture. He trained in riding, archery, and swordsmanship, developing a keen understanding of warfare. Unlike princes born into secure thrones, during his youth, Timur suffered injuries, likely from arrows, that left him with a permanent limp and a withered arm. His enemies mocked him as Timur the Lame, a name later transformed in the West into Tamerlane. Instead of weakening him, this disability hardened his resolve. The road to power, 1360 to 1370. Central Asia in the mid-14th century was ruled by chaos. The Chagatai Khanate, once a powerful Mongol state, had splintered into rival factions. Timur initially served under regional rulers, gaining experience in diplomacy and warfare. He formed alliances, betrayed rivals, and mastered the politics of power. One of his most important early alliances was with Amir Hussein, his brother-in-law. Together, they fought Mongol invasions and local enemies. However, ambition soon divided them. Timur realized that shared power would always limit his authority. In 1370, after years of conflict, Timur defeated and killed Amir Hussein. He then proclaimed himself the supreme ruler of Transoxiana, establishing Samarkand as his capital, building the Timurid war machine. Timur's success rested on a highly disciplined and adaptable army. His forces combined Mongol mobility with Islamic military organization. Key features of Timur's military strategy included psychological warfare, spreading fear before battle's intelligence networks. Spies gathered information across enemy lands. Deception tactics, fake retreats and ambushes. Strict discipline. Disobedience was punished brutally. Timur believed that terror saved time and lives in the long run. Cities that surrendered were often spared, while those that resisted faced annihilation. Conquest of Persia and Central Asia, 1370 to 1390. After securing his base, Timur launched campaigns across Persia, Khwarezm, and Afghanistan. These regions were wealthy but politically divided, making them vulnerable. Despite his brutality, Timur respected scholars, artisans, and architects. He often spared skilled individuals, forcibly relocating them to Samarkand to enhance his capital. The Middle Eastern campaigns. Timur's ambitions soon extended westward into the Middle East. He invaded Mesopotamia, capturing Baghdad, once the jewel of the Islamic world. The city was devastated, its population slaughtered as punishment for rebellion. He then marched into Syria, clashing with the Mamluk Sultanate. Cities such as Aleppo and Damascus fell after fierce resistance. Damascus, though damaged, had its artisans transported to Samarkand, where they contributed to architectural masterpieces. These campaigns established Timur as the most feared ruler of the Islamic world. Invasion of India, 1398 to 1399. Timur justified his invasion of India by accusing the Delhi Sultanate of tolerating idol worship and corruption. In reality, India's immense wealth was a powerful attraction. The wealth looted from India funded Timur's grand building projects. After the devastation, he withdrew, leaving northern India weakened for future invasions. The clash with the Ottoman Empire, 1402. One of the most significant events of Timur's life was his conflict with the Ottoman Sultan Bayezid I. Both rulers were ambitious and intolerant of rivals. In 1402, their armies met at the Battle of Ankara. Timur employed superior tactics, exploiting Ottoman weaknesses and winning a decisive victory. This defeat plunged the Ottoman Empire into civil war, delaying its expansion into Europe for decades. Samarkand, jewel of the Timurid Empire. While Timur destroyed cities, he also built magnificence. He commissioned grand mosques, madrasas, schools, gardens, and palaces. Final ambitions and death, 1405. In his final years, Timur planned an ambitious invasion of China, aiming to surpass even Genghis Khan. However, during the winter campaign of 1405, he fell ill and died. Legacy of Tamerlane Timur remains one of history's most controversial figures. His legacy lived on through his descendants, most notably Babur, the founder of the Mughal Empire in India. Tamerlane was a man of contradictions, a destroyer and a builder, a tyrant and a visionary.